get my 6. So guys, let me tell you something. Working in social media is very challenging. It's also very rewarding, but it's also very interesting in that some of the best advice you can take are from your naysayers, from your haters. What am I talking about? Give me a second. This is an example of what I'm talking about. Watch this area right here and here. I'm going to try not to block your view, but watch for movement and also listen for anything that might sound out of the ordinary. We had a very frightening experience up here just a couple nights ago. We heard something scream. I don't know what in the world it was. A lot of folks have said it screamed like a Bigfoot Sasquatch, or dog man, potentially, or a mountain lion or black panther. But at any point, for those of you who have been following the channel for some time, you know that when I hold up the blue rectangle, this means there's potentially something in this area. Now, of course, when we use the red circle, that's a definitive, that's a definite, like that is definitely the sun, that is definitely the tent. This dude's definitely crazy. That's why they call him Crazy Lake, okay? But now listen, these tools in and of themselves are part of the point I'm trying to make today. You know, when we first started doing these videos a couple of years ago, you know, because every time we were making videos about green beans or corn or crookneck squash or zucchini or splitting firewood, people were noticing things in the background. They were noticing potentially Bigfoot Sasquatch creeping through the forest up to the tree line, you know, this very tree line, and what in the heck is that? That is very weird. And I'm hearing footsteps. Do you guys see that? Look, it's on my shirt. It's like a light right there. Oh, I know it's from the sun. Yeah, it's from the sun. Okay, just never rule anything out. It's a very strange place. So anyway, so we started doing these videos about the potential Bigfoot Sasquatch that may or may not live in the woods behind my home. These are the woods behind my home. And the naysayers were like, dude, hold on. Well, I mean, these are old. I've deleted these texts, but it was like, there are these messages, these comments. Dude, you keep saying, look beside the tree. Which tree? There's like 1,000 trees back there. Can't you like be like other people and like edit red circles into the videos? Well, not really, because I'm not a Generation Zer or even a millennial. I'm a Generation Xer. So the best I could do was come up with this. And it was a big hit. People loved it. I'd be like, wait, watch this area. See? Because like I started with the red circle. This is like kind of a brief history, but this is going somewhere. You're going to see why this video is going to piss a lot of people off. Okay? Oh, holy crap, look at that ginormous buck. You just saw his tail. That was about an 8-point buck. Wow. That wasn't Bigfoot Sasquatch. He was only 40 yards away. You notice though how it noticed when the camera was aimed at it? It's like natural instinct for these forest creatures. When I looked at him, he didn't seem to care. But the minute I turned the camera around on him, he cared. Please, wildlife, stop interrupting my YouTube video. Okay, so anyway, big success, right? So I was like, maybe I should listen to these naysayers more. Because, you know, you can learn something from anybody. Sometimes it's just what not to do. Okay, but I learned something from these people. They're bashing me. You know, and I don't know how to edit stuff like online because I'm so old. I'm almost 50. So I had to do this. And it worked. Okay, so then I guess I mentioned in a video or so, year and a half or so ago, year ago, something about how I was a writer. Well, then we got, you know, the comments. Oh, now I get it. This guy's making these Bigfoot videos so he can sell books on YouTube. I'd never promoted any of my books on YouTube. I had never sold a single book because of YouTube. But these comments kept coming. And I was like, you know what? maybe there's something to this. Is this something I should try? So many vertically challenged individuals who live under bridges are saying, oh, he's making these videos just to sell books. And I was like, I'm getting accused of it so much. Why don't I make an attempt and actually do it? Wow. Started doing it about 6 months ago. And as of 6 months ago, literally thousands of you have been buying my books every month. It's like, I don't even need to do YouTube anymore because of book sales. It's phenomenal. But I like it. I love doing YouTube. I love it. We get to see all kinds of crazy things back here. I want to make sure not to block your view. Keep watching back here. There's more than just deer in these forests, in this forest potentially. Okay, so then of course at some point in time is like, oh, I get it. This guy's probably going to start selling t-shirts. He's probably going to sell merchandise. That's why he's doing this. That was never part of the plan. But after being accused of doing something or going to do something I never had any intentions to do, I thought, why not? Because I don't know, at some point, like YouTube sent me an email and they're like, you've got so many subscribers now, you can offer merchandise on your channel. So I did. I made these shirts. Like, that's okay. No one believes that Bigfoot Sasquatch saw you either, because we hear that all the time. I don't believe you. You didn't see Bigfoot. Never made the claim. Okay, it's called PBS, S for reason, the potential Bigfoot Sasquatch show. I don't know what all this weird stuff we see going on back here in this forest is. It may or may not be Bigfoot Sasquatch. Man, I gotta look all around me because the leaves are gone. Just about. There's still some on the trees. But a lot of them are gone, and I can see a lot of different locations. I'll switch the angles here every now and then. We know that was a big buck up there, but let's keep our eyes open down here too. There's that big red oak tree. Watch for movement back here, and we'll go back there here in a minute. But it just got really quiet, really still, and that's kind of creepy when that happens. So at any rate, for some reason, in the last month or so, folks have been commenting, oh wow, next thing you know, you're going to be selling pictures of you with Bigfoot Sasquatch. And this is because there was a video. It's really a historic moment in social media history and in cryptozoological history, and particularly in Bigfoot Sasquatch history. We may or may not, last October 2019, captured, potentially, Bigfoot Sasquatch on a video. And a lot of folks, and YouTube never featured that video. Like we have videos that have like 5 million, 4 million, 3 million, 2 million, over a million views, several. And the reason they get that many views is because YouTube will feature them. There's something that they like about it, and they think, a lot of people will watch this, so they push it and they push it. But this video we got last October was never featured. It was never featured, and it has almost 1 million views. This is the most views we've ever gotten off of any video we've ever made here that was not featured by YouTube, and I honestly believe it's because we may or may not have captured an actual potential Bigfoot Sasquatch in the background of that video. The video has been featured in some blogs and stuff from other people. A lot of folks trying to debunk this channel, mostly. It's like, no one's allowed to have a Bigfoot Sasquatch in their backyard except that one guy who believes he, or that one girl who believes she actually has a Bigfoot Sasquatch in her backyard. Look, I may or may not have a potential Bigfoot Sasquatch in my backyard, and if each and every one of you want to have one in your backyard too, I don't have a problem with that. I never understood why unsuccessful people wanted to spend their time trying to beat successful people down. Instead of looking at them and saying, what is that person doing that I could do more of to get to where they are, they'd rather cut their heads off to make themselves look a foot taller. That's never worked for me, and I don't do it. I'm hearing footsteps, and I'm seeing nothing. But with this said, we have upped the ante. And I'm going to bring to you now, I'm going to show you now what will definitely, potentially, be the most sought after Christmas gift of the upcoming Christmas season. This is going to blow your mind. But after being told that I'm probably going to start selling pictures of Bigfoot and myself together today, for a limited time, starting today, it starts today, but the limited time is from this point on, limitedly, because of a limited supply. Let me show you what we got, folks. Fresh from the printers. A lot of work went into this. A lot, okay? A lot of work. the same amount of the people that's gonna be pissed off from this Bigfoot Sasquatch video. A lot. Because here's what we have. Guys, let me show you this. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Been working on putting all this stuff together for a couple of weeks after all those vertically challenged individuals who live under bridges kept coming at me. I thought, they were right with the shirts. They were certainly right with the books. I mean, it's like I could retire right now, but I won't because I love my work. So it feels like I never do any work a day in my life, okay? But check this out. 8x10. Now look, here is the video footage from the actual video. I blew it up so that we can see the potential Bigfoot Sasquatch walking away 40 yards behind me. Here's me, and then I put that's the original, but I blew it up, okay? Now listen to this. I'm gonna read this to you. This is what it says. This is an 8x10 photograph, and it reads, I gotta sit back here so I can read it. On 25 October 2019, cryptozoologist Kevin Crazy Lake potentially captured what may or may not have been an actual Bigfoot Sasquatch on video and uploaded it to his YouTube channel, Homesteading Off the Grid, in a video titled, "He discovers the lair of Bigfoot and is told loud and clear he is not welcome." Watch the video between the 1735 and the 1745 marks and decide for yourself. Let me show you this. I'll show this to you up close, real close here. Right there. Look at that. We blew that sucker up, and he, she, it, or they, potentially, when they saw us panning, for me to show you the beautiful Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia in fall when the leaves are all different colors, that thing, whatever it was, okay, I'm not saying, potentially, it may have been a Bigfoot Sasquatch. Everybody, almost 900,000 people have seen this already. If you haven't seen that video, that shows you how to do it. Which video to go to up in your search engine here on YouTube. Pull that video up. Watch it during that timestamps and see for yourself. So now, as the vertically challenged individuals who live under bridges have wrongfully accused me of doing, but which I am now going to start doing, I am going to start selling these through our Etsy store, Homesteading Haven. The link to purchase this is in the description box of this video below. And as you're scrolling down to that description box for that link, don't forget to check out our wonderful merchandise on our merch shelf, okay, available through Teespring. And remember that the link to all my books, especially the Bigfoot Sasquatch files, which, by the way, just this morning we've started writing volume 6. The link is in the box too. They're available in print and Kindle on Amazon. Oh my gosh, you're saying, why does he even waste his time making YouTube videos anymore? He's got like a conglomerate, and it's on fire. It's because I love it. YouTube is one of I love it, and it doesn't feel like work. So I just love it. So anyway, and I get all these good ideas, Bobby. Hey, if they start saying, next thing you know, you're going to build a rocket ship, and you're going to catch him, her, it, or they, and you're going to be the first guy to take Bigfoot Sasquatch to the moon. I'll do it. But wait. You're saying that's a nice picture, Crazy Lake. That's a really nice picture. It's a sweet picture. Hold on, I'm not done yet. I will sweeten the deal. I'm going to sweeten the deal. Watch. With a metallic Sharpie, I will personally autograph each and every 8x10 photo of me with 40 yards behind me what may or may not be Bigfoot Sasquatch. Now, because of the coloring of the photo, I've got to autograph it. I've got to sign on the trees. But I'm going to sweeten the deal by autographing these 8x10s before they ship out. Watch. This deal just became sweeter. Look at this. Look at that. Kevin Crazy Lake. Now, I know you're asking, you're saying, Crazy Lake, we know you don't work for free. We know that, your books are selling like hotcakes. Your channel's doing great. Your merch is selling off the racks. we know you're not giving these away for free. And I can't afford to do that. Printing costs, shipping costs to receive and to send. Had to go get a P.O. box today so I can ship and have a return address. It isn't my actual address, but, it's crazy. Whatever. The people you try to, protect yourself from find you anyway. I've gotten birthday cards, and this is TMI. I've gotten birthday cards that says, happy birthday. See how easy it was for me to find where you live? I watch you on Google Maps. I'm serious. But that person was dumb enough to give their return address, and they had a very significant emotional event take place shortly after that. Guys, okay, if you get my P.O. box because of this stuff, remember, making threats and stuff like that through the mail is a federal offense. Don't be stupid. Don't be that guy, okay? But I went to the post office, and I hate the post office. I used to work for them, but I needed a return address. So I went down there today. I saw my buddy Charles, which I enjoyed. One of the clerks, great guy. Oh, stories I could tell you about my day at the post office, having to listen to him tell the canned, well, call the postmaster and tell. They don't care. They don't care that your thing's been sitting somewhere for 13 days lost. They don't care, okay? They're just not allowed to tell you that. So anyway, there's a lot of costs, plus my shipping costs. But wait. What is the price? And what all do I get for this price, Crazy Lake? The price is $19.73. And you're saying, why $19.73, Crazy Lake? This video kind of looks like an infomercial, and it's kind of pissing me off. Well, I told you this Bigfoot Sasquatch video was going to piss a lot of people off. Now listen, here's why 1973. Numbers mean something. And most infomercial stuff, it's like $19.99. $19.99 means nothing to me. I mean, it was a good song. It was a good year. The world didn't end. Remember Y2K? Everybody's always losing their mind over something, right? That turned out to be a big nothing burger. But it was a good song. God rest Prince's soul, okay? 1973 is the year I was born, so that means something to me, okay? You're saying, wow, Crazy Lake, I remember that video. Or, I don't remember that video, but I'm going to go watch it as soon as I watch this one. That's pretty cool that you made such a beautiful graphic design to where you blew it up and actually used the red circles and arrows, which typically accompany paranormal / cryptid / Bigfoot Sasquatch type videos and blog articles. It's really neat that you did all that work for us to make this available, but that price seems steep. I'm not done. I'm going to sweeten the pot even more. Okay, so along with your 8x10 color photo that may or may not have Bigfoot Sasquatch in it behind me and the description of the events that took place on that historic day in cryptozoology, I will include, just because I will, one handmade red circle cutout. And I know I just heard you're like, and there's more. He said, and there's more. And a blue cutout rectangle. Listen, these materials are constructed of the lowest quality construction paper or those poster boards from the local dime store or thrift market, if I can catch them there, whichever's available, okay? And they're machined down. Look, let me show you something. We currently have a problem with the supply chain because of COVID-19. It's just not so easy to go out there and buy construction paper anymore. I have to get this stuff in sheets. So while so many people are staying up late at night waiting on election results, I'm staying up late at night machining this stuff down from the raw product, the raw material, to the final product. I'm machining this stuff down with a pair of scissors. Bear with me, my infomercial voice is not in shape. So a lot of work's going into this, and you're like, oh my gosh, Crazy Lake, I can't believe it. So I get the 8x10 colored photo, autographed with a metallic colored Sharpie. Plus, I get 2 of your authentic handmade tools made of the lowest quality construction paper the dime store has to offer. Yes. But there's more. I know you're losing your mind. I know. I'm going to give you a minute to calm down. I'm gonna just listen. Catch your breath. Catch your breath. Catch your breath while I get what I need next. I know you are so excited. You're like, oh my God, how did I luck into finding this channel? More than likely, YouTube recommended it to you because of some neighbor that I ran off with a crayon. Let me tell you, my kindergarten art tools go much further than a crayon, as you can very well see for yourself. I'm going to sweeten the deal. Yeah. I'm going to sweeten the deal. Watch what I'm going to do with each and every one of these tools that I mail out with that autographed 8x10. Yeah, I'm going to autograph these for you too. Something's laughing behind me. See, they work. Brothers and sisters, I know it's all been so overwhelming, but there's more. There is more. If you act now, while supplies last, because we do have a limited supply, okay? They will sell out, and depending upon how long it takes them to sell out, I mean, I will consider getting more of these, putting more of these packets together. It's time consuming. I've got some overhead, but you've got to act quick, and if you do, I'm going to sweeten the pot even more. Watch. If you're standing, because I know you're excited, you're like, oh, he's going to sweeten it even more. He said, and. Sit down. You've got to be sitting for this next part. Okay, here's a teaser alert. Here's a hint. You know, a lot of you were saying, you know, Crazy Lake, I really liked some of your older videos when you did those morning ramble things and you talked about your life experiences, you know, things you've learned from, you know, where you've been, things you've done. I'm not really into the Bigfoot Sasquatch stuff, but I like you, so I keep watching, but I really miss your words of wisdom. I have to take a deep breath for this. This is going to blow your mind. Let me show you what else is included in this deal. So you got the picture. It's autographed. You've got the research tools, you know, the red circle, the blue rectangle, and they're both autographed. I am going to write words of wisdom on the back of all of these field research tools. Just as I have with these. They're autographed. And I've written very inspiring words of wisdom on the back. Gosh, it's like I'm losing money on this deal. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Okay. Wow, what a deal. So there it is, folks. Everything combined. You get an autographed 8x10 of that fateful day in which we may or may not have captured an actual potential Bigfoot Sasquatch on camera. One of the most electrifying Bigfoot Sasquatch videos ever uploaded to YouTube. You get the tools, both autographed with words of wisdom written on the back, and you get it shipped to you, you know. Again, this kit is available from our Etsy store. It's called Homesteading Haven. The link is in the description box below. as is the Amazon link for all my books in print and Kindle. And don't forget to shop the merch shelf on your way down to the description box. So there you go, guys. You know, all I'm trying to do is I'm out here trying to see what we may or may not see, or hear what we may or may not hear out here. No obligation to anybody, no strings attached. But people who don't know how to win want to make accusations. They pay my mortgage for me. I mean, I'm not bragging, but listen. Shirt's great idea, book's great idea, and now this, you know. And I know you're going to be like, what's different between you and the guys out in the Pacific Northwest beside the road with their aluminum campers selling their pictures of what they believe is Bigfoot Sasquatch? Seriously? You even got to ask? They're in the Pacific Northwest. I'm in the Southeast. Actually, it's the Mid-Atlantic. Just don't tell any of my fellow Virginians because they like to think we're in the South, but we're actually in the Mid-Atlantic. And I don't have a camper. I have a tent and a chair. But potentially, like those guys, just potentially, I may or may not have a Bigfoot Sasquatch in the forest back here behind my home. You watch the video and you decide. We'll see you for more next time. From Homesteading Off the Grid and the PBS. Yes. The potential Bigfoot Sasquatch show.